So the draft plan proposes water cuts of 2,750 gigalitres to achieve what the Murray-Darling Basin Authority calls balance in the system. Stewart Ellis is the chairman of the National Irrigators Council, and he joins me now from Canberra. So, Stewart Ellis, do you accept that view from David Payton that pressure from upstream states has forced the authority to produce a weaker blueprint in order to protect irrigators?
No, they certainly haven't produced a weaker blueprint to do that. The basin plan, the draft that's proposed, will see something in the vicinity of just slightly over 4,000 megalitres of water being returned to the environment, and that will have a serious detrimental effect to the food-producing communities along the Murray-Darling system.
But irrigators aren't happy, environmentalists also are unhappy, so maybe the Murray-Darling Basin Authority has actually got the balance right.
Well, amazingly, there's over 15 million megalitres of water in the last 12 months has flown into South Australia. Now, if the salinity level in Lake Alexandrina is still above 5,000 EC, well, you've got to seriously question the management in South Australia of the lower lakes and how they're actually managing down there.
Now, you mentioned a figure of 4,000 a few moments ago. There have been big concessions to irrigators in this revised plan. The original draft late last year demanded cuts of up to 4,000 gigalitres. That's now down to 2,750 gigalitres, and about 1,000 of that has already been found.
True, but the actual amount that is buried in the baseline, there's over 2 million megalitres already recovered. To recover close on another million megalitres, I don't believe it is physically possible to deliver that water without flooding the likes of Shepparton, Echuca and Wagga on the Murrumbidgee system to actually get that amount of water to the end of the river system.
Now, the original draft was revised mainly in response to angry irrigators in southern New South Wales who burnt the paper. Do you expect a similar passionate reaction this time round?
No, I don't think we'll see quite that reaction, but people will take a little while to perhaps digest what is in this draft plan and what it actually means for them as irrigators and their communities. But what we are sick of as regional communities is just being treated with contempt. We had the disastrous release of the guide some 12 months ago, and to me it just seems that the draft that's come out now is just a slightly watered down version of that, with a slightly lower figure just dressed up slightly differently.
But do you accept that cuts have to be made in order to preserve the health of the basin and its rivers? And what cuts would you find acceptable?
Well, this is about achieving outcomes. We still, here we are 4 years down the track of water reform, we still don't have an environmental watering plan that identifies what the assets are, what amount of water we need to look after them. All they've done here is plucked a figure out of the air. It's not high enough for the environmentalists, it's too high for the irrigators, but now what the draft says is for the states to go away and develop those water sharing plans and justify how we can possibly use that amount of water.
Stewart Ellis, thank you.
Thanks, Ros.